most everybody in the room owns a radio set. I would say 99% of all the homes in the United States have not only one radio set. How many of you own 2 radio sets? How many of you own 3 radio sets? How many of you own 4 radio sets? Most households in the United States own 5 radio sets. Most households, in terms of, again, the car radio, the one that's in the kitchen, the one that's in the basement, each one of the children have a radio. There's probably a radio in some drawer that no one's listened to in a long, long time. But if you count up the number of radios, it's really quite impressive, the availability of the number of radios. And when
You can leave it running. Take a breather for a second. If you're understanding this, consider if you feel like you're going to English. Consider if you want to modify anything. Just consider how you've been signing and setting things up. And then just kind of re-collaborate how you want to do this, and I'll start again in a second. And if you feel comfortable with what you're doing, that's fine. Okay.
When it comes around to measuring the number of people who are listening to radio from a measurement services point of view, it is really quite difficult because television you sit down and generally watch, and it becomes a piece of equipment that you need to go to. The radio is just kind of everywhere, and you kind of walk from one setting where radio is occurring to another setting. So you listen to it in the morning as you're getting up, and then you go out in your car, and the drive times, as they refer to them, are the major times that people listen in the United States to radio, is when they're driving to work and when they're coming home. Now, if we're asking people what they listened to yesterday, they've got to recall back as, where were all those radio sets? A lot of people listen to radio at work while they're doing their work. So if you count the number of radios in your life, you will find that generally you're speaking about at least a half dozen radio sets across your whole lifestyle on a day-to-day kind of basis. Arbitron is the major measurement service in the radio industry.
Thank you,
Lots of people have heard about Nielsen television rating services, which is in the television side of the fence, and we are kind of share that market in terms of providing measurement data for the television services. But in radio, Arbitron is the major book. We are probably providing most of the radio stations with most of their ratings that they receive